Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Plantonics UK Open. I'm Madals, and we are in the final. Potentially the last map of the day. It's a best of 5, and already one of these two players is 2-0 up. It's ZvT going down on Frost, and in the bottom right hand position we have the pink Zerg player. He represents Vega Squadron, none other than JonnyREcco. His opponent to the top right, the yellow Terran, it's Nox. Now Nox has to win every game left in this series if he wants to take home the first place prize, that GameCon Commander headset. Otherwise, he only goes away with the GameCon 780 headset, which is still an awesome prize, but maybe not what he's looking for. Game number 1, we saw a harassment heavy style from Nox. Didn't really work out. Rico defended it effectively. Game number 2, we saw Nox mix it up. He went for a proxy 11-11 2 racks. Game number 3, making a big difference. He is going for a CC first. First time we've seen Nox do this evening. Frost is a good map, right? It's a large map. Unfortunately for him though, Rico gets the immediate scout down of not only where does his opponent spawn, but what build he's going for. This is a lot of crucial information to Rico. He now knows, okay, I'm safe. No harassment coming for a while. My opponent's going to have a good economy. And Rico, therefore, can actually take some risks of his own. He's gone for a gas before pull. Means he gets an early speed down. We may see a very quick third base. That's also a potential response to this. Alternatively, we could see Rico play a very aggressive style. And it's something which JonnyREcco may not be known for. He's a much more macro-orientated Zerg player. But in recent months, he's been showing flexibility in his approach to build orders, where aggressive starts have been something that he's started to look at and has been having a lot of success with. Nox, this is a big switch up for him though. Every game we've seen of his so far, it's all about the early aggression, the micro, the harassment, and just general trying to knock his opponent off their flow. A CC first offers none of those things. This is purely macro orientated. Get a great economy and win in the mid and late game. How it works for him, it's going to be very interesting to see. But for Rico, it somewhat plays into his forte. Knowing that he's safe, he can macro it up, and he loves that. So 2 links just coming out now. They're predominantly on the map for scouting information, getting a good look at what his opponent's aiming for. We do have a factory coming through nice and early. This barracks should move position and pump our reactor fairly quick. There we go. And because of that, it means the marine count's relatively low. There's only 2 marines on the field, and that makes this bunker essential in order to try and prevent any poking or prodding from Lings alone. Inject's coming down nicely. Third base about to get taken as the drone moves down. Always expand away from your opponent as a Zerg player. Generally the best rule to live by. Second gas now being taken by Nox. This could signal some Banshee play. We'll wait to see whether a starport does get started. It's something that he has done in a couple of games tonight. And when you get the second gas down nice and early, it's usually what you'll see. But actually, no, it's going to be the factory. This could be a mech build. Could also be Blue Flame. We've seen both of them be utilized by Nox against Zerg. JonnyREcco adding in now his second gas as well. His third base, about a quarter done, so a long way until it's completed. Down comes the barracks at the back, dropping out the tech lab. Are we going to see the switch on that? What are we going to see on that is always important to see. Rico adding in now a Roach Warren. This will help him defend against Hellions. He knows that they're already out on the field. Pretty standard response, but also an essential unit if your opponent is going for a mech build. Roaches, pretty much mandatory against the Thor heavy composition. But it's going to be the Blue Flame build, as the second factory moves right to the back of the base. Now this may seem like quite a long way for it to travel, but the reason it's being hidden here is so that this Overlord can't scout anything odd coming. But what may seem a bit odd is the fact that this barracks was still in the air as the Overlord came over. He may be sitting there thinking, okay, what were you doing? Sees the third CC, but still isn't going to know precisely what's going on. Doesn't know whether it's going to be Cloak Banshee or what. But he doesn't really care. There's a lot of Lings coming out on the field. And a lot of Roaches. This is like a Roach Bane all in now. I should have identified that soon. I was too busy looking at what actually Nox was doing. But Rico, he just wants this game over. 20 Lings all coming across. He's already got the 7 Roaches. This is not a defensive force. This is a I'm going to win force. And against basically only Hellions, this is going to be astronomically difficult for Nox to defend. Let alone the Banelings, 11 of which are now morphing. The Roach is getting some early work done up against these Hellions. 2 already go down, a third one, and maybe even a 4th could die here. And well, Nox, he's in some trouble. He knows about the Banelings. I think he just got a glimpse of them. The wall-off goes down. The Banelings don't even need to detonate here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rico wait with them. May have to go since there are some SCVs coming across, but in come the Roaches now. The SCVs going to get crushed. Massive detonations. Down goes even more hits. And this is looking very dire for our Terran player right now. The Banelings get the biggest detonation ever. 28, 20, 30. Ever more SCVs die. And JonnyREcco has won the game. GG. Very well played. All the manners from Nox there. And Rico takes the finals 3-0.